Takeoff, they was down here with y'all. But they seen you walking by. He's laying on the ground. You got Mike bending down, and they seen you walking by. What took place there?
This the crazy thing about the video, right?
Problem, Jay Prince, and I'm gonna tell you like this: if you're 60 years old and you trying to be a street you failed. You failed.
Yeah, man. We got a little bit straightening going on.
Y'all, I can't even believe what just went down. This ain't no regular hip-hop beef, nah. This is full-on war that's been bubbling behind the scenes, and it just exploded all over the internet. Mase? Yeah, that Mase. He just lit the fuse. He exposed a private call, yes, private, between Jay Prince and Takeoff. No one, and I mean no one, saw this coming. And now Jay Prince, baby, he's spiraling. Straight up losing it. Threats, wild online posts, damage control, the whole thing's a mess. But here's the thing. Mase? He didn't back down. Oh no, he clapped back hard. And what he said? Whew. He said everything folks been whispering about for years, but too scared to say out loud. And now that the streets are still begging for answers about what really happened to Takeoff, this right here might just be the game changer. Because remember that night in Houston? Still ain't sitting right with anybody. We're talking about missing footage, silent witnesses, and two names that just won't go away. Jay Prince Jr. and DJ Pat. And now this call, it flips the whole narrative upside down. You want to know what's really wild? If what Mase said is true, then this ain't just about Jay Prince being messy on PR. No. He might be hiding something way deeper, like criminally deep. And baby, I got the receipts. Tweets from witnesses, videos, podcast threats, bail cover-ups, you name it. Folks on social media are calling Jay Prince everything from a fake community leader to a cartel-style fixer. Some are even saying the unthinkable, that he's got blood on his hands. So let's buckle in. This ain't your typical drama channel recap. We're going back to Takeoff's final moments, the mob ties connection, and why Prince is sweating bullets now that the wrong dude finally spoke up. So here's the tea. Mase had been chillin', cool, collected, staying out the mess. But then, Jay Prince had to get slick with those little subliminals on the $1 Million Worth of Game podcast. Baby, that's when Mase took the gloves off. Him and Cameron, they were staying quiet out of respect, but clearly, Prince pushed the wrong buttons. Because Mase? He came with facts. He said he heard a phone call, yes, a real one, where Prince was on the line with Takeoff just hours before that tragic night. And the stuff Prince allegedly said? Chilly? It wasn't no friendly advice. Mase claims Prince was pressing Takeoff hard about some behind-the-scenes loyalty issues, and not in that sweet big brother way.
I'm gonna tell you another thing. When you're dealing with older people, they're the last to know that things have changed. We not your little like the way you talking. I don't get what you mean. We're not your little like for.
This wasn't no peaceful disagreement. Mase straight up said Prince has been moving shady, always trying to control what gets said behind closed doors. And the moment Takeoff stopped playing along, everything shifted. The timing, y'all, that's what has people shook. Because this call, it supposedly happened the same night Takeoff got gunned down outside that Houston bowling alley. You remember? Dice game, argument, then shots fired, and just like that, Takeoff gone, 28 years old. And when Mase finally broke the silence, Jay Prince lost it. He jumped on socials throwing around veiled threats like we wouldn't notice. Then he even doubled down on those comments shading Offset, saying Offset wasn't really there for Takeoff. You remember that, right?
You wasn't really right there with Takeoff when he was alive. You know what I mean?
And that sparked the whole Offset versus Prince drama. Cardi B even jumped in to defend her man. But now that Mase is talking about that private call, Prince is scrambling. He's in full damage control, but it's too late. The streets are fed up. One fan on X said it best: nobody respects Jay Prince after Takeoff died on his watch. And let's talk about what really made people side-eye Prince and mob ties heavy. After Takeoff passed, it didn't take long for Patrick Xavier Clark, aka DJ Pat, to get picked up. But here's what made people's jaws drop. He posted a $1 million bond and strolled out of jail like it was nothing. Like someone powerful didn't want him locked up for long. Ain't that suspicious? And let's not forget the rumor floating around that Jay Prince walked right past Takeoff's body and said, "Don't ask me nothing about that." Like, what? It gets messier. Jay Prince Jr. allegedly had his name removed from DJ Pat's bond condition paperwork. Huh? Why would he do that? Unless he was trying to distance himself real quick now that the heat's on. And this ain't just about DJ Pat. Let's not forget Cameron Joshua, aka Lil Cam Fifth. He got scooped up on unlawful weapon charges right after Takeoff was killed. Guess what? He's tied to mob ties records too. It's a pattern, y'all. Dudes connected to Jay Prince Jr., they keep popping up in these deadly situations, and somehow mob ties always acts like they the victims. Nah, people aren't buying that anymore. This been brewing since way before Takeoff. Duke the jeweler? Same story. Flew into Houston, checked in with mob ties, Ties played dice and never made it home. Same silence. And whose name was floating in the background again? Yup, J. Prince. Y'all remember that eerie footage? J. Prince telling his shotgun man to fall back. That whole thing felt way too planned. It's like there's a playbook. Invite someone rich to Houston, make them check in with mob ties, get them into a dice game, argument breaks out, and boom, somebody ends up dead. Then Prince shows up with a fake deep Instagram post about grief is the price of love. Nah, man, miss us with the PR. Where were y'all when Takeoff's blood was on the ground? And guess what? Not one of the princes showed up at Takeoff's funeral. Let that sink in. Not one. That's not just suspicious, that screams guilt. Why wouldn't they show up? Unless they knew they'd get side-eyed by everybody in the room. J. Prince Jr. out here tweeting, "Don't wear jewelry around vultures." But if you knew that night was gonna be hot, why invite Takeoff and Quavo? If your check-in system ain't protecting artists, what's the point? Word is, Quavo and Prince Jr. were arguing right before the shots went off, and new clips show Prince brushing off the whole situation like it ain't connected to him, like Takeoff wasn't just killed under his crew's watch. And once Prince started mouthing off on $1 million worth of game, Mase lost it. And he didn't just defend himself, he tore down Prince's whole image right there. No filter, no fear. What Mase said, that wasn't no random Twitter rant. That was straight from the chest. He spoke for every artist who's ever felt bullied by that fake check-in system Prince built. And Cam, he just let Mase go off. Didn't say a word, just nodded. And if you know Cam, that's huge. That man don't co-sign recklessly. Some fans think Mase been sitting on that leaked call for a minute, just waiting for Prince to slip up. And when he did, boom, fireworks. And while all this fire was spreading, Offset stayed mostly silent. Real quiet. But the moment J. Prince tried to drag his name through the mud, saying Offset wasn't really there for Takeoff, oh baby, Set snapped. And right behind him, Cardi B. And when Cardi steps in, you know it's serious. She let it be known. They're not scared of mob ties. Not now, not ever. She didn't hold back. And that's when fans finally saw it. This wasn't just hip-hop drama anymore. Nah, this was personal. J. Prince just got called out by a mainstream power couple, and his street cred, it's starting to crumble right before our eyes. Now here's the part most folks missed, but if you were paying close attention, you saw it coming. Big names, real powerful ones, been slowly backing away from Prince. Let's talk Drake. Y'all remember how close he used to be with mob ties? Constant reposts, mentions, love. Now, crickets. Not a word, not a tweet, not even a repost. Jazz Prince is literally the reason Drake got discovered by Wayne and signed to Young Money, and still? Drake been ghosting J. Prince Jr. ever since Takeoff's death. You think that's coincidence? Nah, that's silence with intention. Jay-Z, same thing. Street's been whispering that Hov hasn't picked up any of J. Prince's so-called peace calls since back in 2023. And y'all know Jay don't do loud drama. He just stops answering when something don't sit right. And you know why? Because these dudes, Drake, Jay, the real moguls, they got brands worth billions. They got corporations behind them. They ain't trying to be connected to federal investigations or street mess. And now with Mase out here blowing the lid off everything, there's no hiding anymore. That whole silent leader of Houston mystique that Prince had, it's falling apart in real time. Let's keep it real. The only reason mob ties even had power was because of that check-in system. You come to Houston, you call J. Prince Jr., and supposedly, you're protected. But now, that protection looks shaky. Duke the jeweler checked in, Takeoff checked in, both ended up dead. And now fans are tweeting stuff like, "This is why nobody checks in anymore. The dudes asking for respect can't even protect their guests." Whew. And it ain't just Twitter trolls saying it. West Coast artists started chiming in too. They're calling the whole check-in system a scam, just a power play for dudes trying to feel important. And then, Mase dropped the line that had the whole internet freezing. Prince ain't no real shot caller. He's just a failed street dude playing pretend mob boss. And once that came out of Mace's mouth, people couldn't unsee it. Now let's talk about something that's been shady since day one, the witnesses. That night outside 810 Billiards and Bowling, there were over 40 people out there. We've seen the video, we heard the screams. So why haven't more folks come forward? Let me tell you what's being whispered in the streets. Some of those people were threatened. Some were allegedly paid off. Word is mob ties might have erased footage, scared off witnesses, and made sure DJ Pat took the full fall alone. And here's the twist that's making everyone side-eye Prince Jr. even harder. Sources claim it wasn't even Takeoff who had beef that night. It was Quavo and Prince Jr. arguing. Takeoff? He was just standing there. And somehow he's the one who caught the bullet. So now people are asking, was it a mistake? Or was it a warning gone wrong? But here's where it gets next level messy. There's talk that the phone call Mase heard between Prince and Takeoff might have been recorded. Whether by accident or because someone on that line didn't trust Prince, that audio could exist. And word on the street is, Cam and Mase been holding onto that tape, like an insurance policy, just in case Prince tried something funny. If that tape leaks, game over. Prince's whole image could collapse in a second. Because if he threatened Takeoff on that call, if he tried to force him into something, that ain't just shady, that's criminal. And remember, this is Mase we're talking about. The same man who walked away from Diddy. The same dude who disappeared from rap, fought the whole industry, then came back swinging. He ain't scared of nobody, especially not Prince. And don't think the feds aren't paying attention. They've been watching. RICO charges don't care how many chains you got or how many podcasts you host. They care about patterns, witness tampering, threats, organized crime connections. Every time Prince or his son goes online talking slick, someone in a suit is taking notes. And now that you got Mase, Cam, Offset, Cardi B, and an entire fan base saying Prince got blood on his hands, baby, even the labels can't save you. Even the mayor can't protect you if your name ends up on that paperwork. But through all this drama, let's not forget the most important thing. This was about Takeoff, a peaceful man, the heart and soul of Migos. He wasn't about drama, he wasn't chasing clout. He was about music, family, and peace. And the fact that his life ended over a dice game with people he trusted, that's the real tragedy. Jay Prince tried to clean it up with that IG post. Grief is the price of love. But real ones ain't trying to hear poetic captions when blood got spilled on your watch, when you walked away while Takeoff's body was on the ground. This ain't about likes or followers. The streets want real answers, not tweets, not PR, not cryptic podcast quotes. What Mase did, that wasn't just a clapback, that was a wake-up call. He showed the world that the fear surrounding Jay Prince is cracking, that real ones are no longer afraid to speak up, and that if Prince keeps trying to control the narrative, he's gonna lose everything, from private calls to feds listening, from music legends distancing themselves to fans exposing the receipts. This ain't over, Prince snapped. Mase clapped back. Now, the whole world is watching, and if you're still here, hit that like. Drop that fire in the comments, because we just getting started.